Election Day in Minnesota is a big day. It's our chance to make our voices heard and shape the future of our state. This year, Election Day falls on Tuesday, November 5th. Remember that date? Polls across Minnesota will generally be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. That gives you a solid 13 hours to cast your vote. But don't wait until the last minute. If you're in line by 8 p.m., you have the right to vote. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Your vote matters. A word of caution: some smaller towns with fewer than 500 residents might have slightly different polling hours. Double check with your local officials just to be safe. We've all been there. Election Day arrives, and you're scrambling to figure out where to vote. Don't worry, it's easier than you think. The Minnesota Secretary of State website is your one-stop shop for all things election-related. Head over to their website and look for the Find Your Polling Place tool. Just input your information and voila! The website will tell you exactly where to go, including the address and precinct number. It's that simple. While you're on the SOS website, take some time to explore. They have a wealth of information about your voting districts, elected officials, and even ballot drop-off locations. This year's election is a big one. It's not just about choosing the next president, it's about shaping the future of our communities and our country. We're not just voting for president, there are many important races and issues on the ballot. From local to national, every vote counts. First and foremost, we'll be electing our representatives in the U.S. Senate. These senators will play a crucial role in shaping federal laws and policies, and U.S. House of Representatives. The decisions made here will affect everything from healthcare to education. These are crucial positions that directly impact our lives. But wait, there's more. Your vote will also influence state and local governance. We'll also be voting on a statewide ballot question. This question addresses a critical policy issue that will affect all Minnesotans, potentially changing the way we live and work. This question addresses a critical policy issue that will affect all Minnesotans. It's important to understand the implications before making your decision. Make sure to read about it carefully before casting your vote. Being informed is the key to making the best choice for you and your community. And let's not forget about our local races. These elections might not get as much media coverage, but they are just as important. We'll be choosing our city council members, school board members, and other local officials. These individuals will make decisions that affect our daily lives. These races might not get as much attention, but they have a direct impact on our communities. From zoning laws to school policies, local officials shape our immediate environment.
These local elections are incredibly important. They determine who will be making decisions that affect our everyday lives. They determine who will make decisions about our schools, our roads, and our public safety. The quality of our local services depends on these elected officials, so it's essential to pay attention to these races and make informed choices. Your vote is your voice, and it matters at every level of government.
Before you head to the polls, it's important to make sure you're eligible to vote in Minnesota. Don't worry, the requirements are pretty straightforward. First things first, you must be a U.S. citizen. That's a given. You also need to be at least 18 years old by Election Day. No underage voting allowed. Next, you need to have resided in Minnesota for at least 20 days before Election Day. Sorry, out-of-state voters. Finally, you cannot be currently incarcerated for a felony conviction. That's it. If you meet those requirements, you're good to go. But remember, you need to be registered to vote as well. We'll cover that in the next section. Section 5. Registering to vote. Your voice, your right.
Registering to vote is an essential part of our democracy, and luckily, it's easier than ever in Minnesota. Your vote is your voice, and making sure you're registered is the first step in making your voice heard. You have two convenient options, online or in person. Both methods are designed to be user-friendly and accessible to everyone. To register online, visit the Minnesota Secretary of State website and look for the voter registration portal. The website is straightforward and guides you through each step. It's a quick and easy process. In just a few minutes, you can complete your registration from the comfort of your home. Just make sure to register at least 20 days before the election. Mark your calendar and set a reminder so you don't miss this important deadline. If you prefer to register in person, you can do so at your county election office or any driver's license office. These locations are staffed with helpful officials ready to assist you. You can even register at your polling place on Election Day, but you'll need to bring proof of residency. This ensures that every eligible voter has the opportunity to participate. Not sure if you're registered? No problem. It's important to double-check your status to avoid any surprises on Election Day. The SOS website has a handy tool that allows you to check your voter registration status. Simply enter your information and you'll know right away if you're all set to vote. Remember, your vote is your right and your responsibility. Make sure you're registered and ready to make your voice heard in the next election.
Section 6. What to bring on voting day. Be prepared. Election day is here, and you're ready to cast your vote. It's an exciting time, and being prepared will make the process smooth and stress-free. But wait, what do you need to bring with you to the polls? It's important to know so you don't face any last-minute surprises. If you registered to vote at least 21 days before the election and haven't moved or changed your name since then, you're in luck. This means your registration is up to date and you can proceed without any additional documents. You don't need to bring any identification. Just show up and you're good to go. However, if you registered more recently, moved, or changed your name, you'll need to bring proof of residency. This ensures that your current information matches the records. This could be a current Minnesota ID with your name and address, which is the simplest form of proof. Alternatively, you can bring a photo ID along with a separate document that has your current name and address. This combination will also be accepted. Acceptable photo IDs include driver's licenses, state-issued ID cards, and student IDs. Make sure your ID is valid and not expired. For proof of address, you can use utility bills, bank statements, government checks, or any official document that shows your name and current address. Even a piece of mail with your name and address can serve as proof. It's always a good idea to double-check what you need before heading out to vote. Section 7. The vote counting process. Accuracy is key. Ever wonder what happens to your ballot after you cast your vote? It's a fascinating process that ensures every vote is counted accurately and securely. At each polling place, a team of election judges from different political parties oversees the voting process. These judges are responsible for assisting voters and ensuring the integrity of the election.
Once the polls close, the real work begins. The election judges carefully count the ballots, with 2 judges from different parties verifying each count. This bipartisan approach helps prevent errors and ensures fairness. Absentee ballots are also processed with the utmost care. Election judges verify signatures and eligibility before counting them. The final absentee ballot totals are usually available after all polling places have closed.
Section 8. Reporting voting issues. Every vote matters. Encountering problems at the polls? Don't stay silent. Reporting voting issues is crucial to ensuring fair and accurate elections. If you experience or witness any irregularities, such as suspected election misconduct, voter intimidation, or discrimination, it's important to report them immediately.
You can report these issues to your county attorney's office or the Minnesota Secretary of State's office. They have dedicated teams to investigate and address such matters. Remember, your vote is your voice, and every vote deserves to be counted. Don't hesitate to speak up if you encounter any problems on Election Day.
Section 9. County election offices, your go-to resource. Each county in Minnesota has a dedicated election office that plays a vital role in ensuring smooth and fair elections. These offices are your go-to resource for all things election-related. Need to register to vote? Update your address? Request an absentee ballot? Your county election office can help. They maintain voter registration records, manage absentee and in-person voting, and handle various other aspects of the election process. To find the contact information for your county election office, visit the Minnesota Secretary of State website. They have a comprehensive list of all county election offices in the state. Section 10. Make your voice heard this Election Day. Election Day is our chance to shape the future of our communities and our state. It's a fundamental right and responsibility that we should all take seriously. Remember to mark your calendars for Tuesday, November 5th, and make a plan to vote. Find your polling place, familiarize yourself with the ballot, and bring your ID if needed. Every vote counts.
Let's make our voices heard and ensure a brighter future for all Minnesotans. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more trending news.